Hey my beautiful people, thanks for joining me. I am doing a homeschool update for you guys. I have not done one in a while, so I thought that I would just kind of walk you through as I plan for the next day and do a homeschool update at the same time. So I just want to show you what's working and what's not working for us and what we had to change, because we did make like one minor change, I guess. But so yeah, so I hope that you enjoy this video and let's get started. Okay, so starting with Jonah, we are moving nicely using our Learning Language Arts through Literature blue book. And he has really been enjoying learning to read. And so I really like this curriculum for a few reasons. Right now we are on, I believe, lesson 7 or lesson 8. We're doing lesson 8. He just finished reading another book. So they're in parts. Part 2 of lesson 8 today was for him to read his next book. And what I like about it is that it comes with assessments. So tomorrow we're going to be doing this assessment for the first time. He has to read all these words for me. And I've been keeping this pocket chart here because it's been working really nice. I put all his sight words, his vowels, his parts of a sentence there, and his books. So right now he just read to me today Tim is Help, and he was able to color it on his reading chart. He was so excited. And so that's one of my favorite things about this curriculum is these little books that we go through the week with, and then he has to end up reading it for me. So we are really enjoying this. We are also loving the student workbook, and he has a lot of practice before he ends up reading the book for me, which is great. A lot of writing practice. So I really love this curriculum so far, and we are moving along nicely. Okay, and the next thing that has been working really well is our geography workbooks. This is the maps, charts, and graphs. We are on to book B. We already finished book A, and he's really been enjoying these. I do it with him because he's not able to read yet, but we finished the places around me, book A. He learned so much. A lot of the stuff that he's learning is how to read charts, of course, hence the title. But he is also learning his cardinal directions and picture clues, and just so much fun to go through these workbooks. This is just great. It's just, I love the way it's been laid out for him. And it makes it easy for him to learn his geography. So now we're doing book B, which is neighborhoods. Today he learned about grids. So I'm going to show you here what we did today. And he was able to read the chart using this grid and answer these questions. So it was really fun. And again, he's just learning so much with these workbooks. Another thing that we are continuing to use is our Handwriting Without Tears. Again, I use this book mainly for practice writing and just reinforcing sounds and so forth, not entirely how it's intended, but it's been working really well for us. We did the vowel I today, or the letter I, and then he was able to write this sentence for me and also read it out for me. So we've just been using this mainly for practice, and it's been going very well. I also just do this once a week with him, so that's how we've been using this book. I also have this from Amanda from Fun Hands On Learning. And I use this like very sporadically. And this is just fun for him, just to reinforce sounds and just to add some fun and to do some games because he likes that role and play. So that we use this very sporadically and not often, but we are using it. Now for math, we are doing Horizons. We are on lesson 37, addition horizontally. He's been really enjoying this. One thing that I do is give him a little stamp so that he can stamp his answers after he checks them in the calculator, and he has been enjoying using the calculator to check his answers. So that was an added fun for him. And so he's moving along very nicely with the math. It's something that he kind of just naturally gets, so which is great. And I'm using, again, Horizons. And it's very repetitive, but it's also a spiral approach. So he does different concepts in one day, and that's one thing that we like. And sometimes I do skip over because there's a lot of repetition, but for the most part, he's been enjoying this. Okay, and so for added fun and to reinforce his learning to read, I added these sight word fluency strips from the Moffat Girls. I really love this. I love the approach like repetitive learning. So he's really been enjoying these, and so I love that it combines sight words and CVC words, which is exactly how our curriculum is. He gets to write his sight words with his dry erase marker, and then we just practice saying the CVC words and along with the sentences. So he really loves this. He really has been enjoying this added fun. And then also from the Moffitt girls, I also added the CVC word search. He loves this so much. This is so much fun for him. And he just has a picture clue, and he has to guess what the picture is and find the 3-letter word, and he loves it. So this is another added fun that I did for him. I also have been continuing to use this sight word practice that I got for free on Teachers Pay Teachers, and I also am buying the next one. This is the pre-primer, but I love that this is so easy for him. He gets to write the word, then he has to build it. I usually get him to build it with letters or Play-Doh, and then he cuts the letters in the bottom and puts it together with glue. And then he has to find it and use it in a sentence. So this has been great practice for his sight words, and I love this so much. So on to JL. He hasn't been practicing his cursive as much, but I do have it out for tomorrow because I remembered for him to practice his cursive. But we have been continuing using his language arts, and this is the orange book, which is the 4th grade level, Learning Language Arts through Literature. And we have been enjoying this curriculum so far. He's learning to put together a time capsule. So he has to do some paperwork to describe his family members and so forth. So that's part of his lesson for this week. And for added fun for JL, he's been learning how to do journal entry as well. So I printed these Lego writing prompts from online. I'll try to add it down below. But this is so much fun for him. He really loved that he had a Lego worksheet or a Lego paper to write in. So that was an added fun for him. So he has been learning different types of journaling right now, and also he's been putting together a time capsule, which is fun for him. And again, this is all in preparation. Well, I didn't say anything, but I was going to say again. This is all in preparation of how to put together research, because we're going to be researching on the state of New Jersey. So this right here is a floor map of our family room downstairs, and he also had to put together a poster board to put right on top of his time capsule. So that's exciting. He also has to take pictures, but I have not bought his little camera yet. I'm going to buy him a disposable camera, but that's just all part of the lesson now. He's really been enjoying that. Another thing that he has been enjoying is Life of Fred, and I have spoken about this curriculum here on my channel several times. So we are on the Edgewood book, and he's keeping his notebook for that. And this curriculum here is his vocabulary curriculum. I highly recommend it if you need a child that is struggling on vocabulary learning. This is great. What he has been enjoying, why he has been enjoying it so much, is because every sentence has to do with Lego. So today's sentence was a mural, and he made a sentence using the word mural and Legos. So he has been really enjoying just putting his take on it, and being free with the sentences that he creates. So again, we have to find synonyms and antonyms, and usually we find 2 or 3, but in this case we only found 1 or 2 synonyms and 1 antonym, and that was fine for me. But I really love this curriculum. It has assessments. Every 4 words are reviewed, and he has to make a sentence using 2 words. So again, because the sentences all include Lego, he's been really enjoying this so much. And because it is fun for him to look in the dictionary and in the thesaurus for the answers. Also, what's been working for JL, of course, is our geography curriculum. He is on to Book D, our maps, charts, and graphs, states, and regions. He finished Book C, and he really is enjoying this curriculum as well, you guys. And I like that he can do it on his own. It's complete independent work. All this pretty much for him is independent work. And right now he did colors on the map, and he was able to learn how to decipher colors on the map. So that was fun for him. And again, he's just enjoying how simple it is and just learning different things about maps. Another thing that has been sprinkled in is a math supplement, which is Smart Addict series. And this is actually very challenging. And I sprinkle it because of the Life of Fred is not a workbook. Life of Fred is not workbook at all. So I try to give him some workbook practice with this Smart Addict series. And it is challenging. So it kind of just reminds him that he does have to work hard at getting some problems. Although Life of Fred really has a lot of learning, not just math. It's awesome. So anyways, this is just that added push for him to learn his math. Okay, so now on to our history, and this is something we're doing once or twice a week right now. We are doing the year 1 of The Good and the Beautiful, and we just finished actually lesson 13, so we're going to be starting next week on unit 2, which is the Middle Ages and the Renaissance. So we did all about ancient history, and that was fun. But there are some things here that I do leave out. I don't use it exactly to the T because I feel like it's a lot of writing sometimes for them, or reading for me, and I can't get them both to engage as much if it's just too much reading. But for the most part, it's been working very well for us. I like that there's a lot of it's just open and go, and I have their workbooks there as well. So it's been working. The one thing that we did change this year was our science. We initially started with The Good and the Beautiful, Kingdoms and Classifications, but the assignments just got a little bit too complicated with the vocabulary, and it was just a little bit way over their heads. So I decided to change it to Water in Our World, and this is another unit study that I had purchased alongside of the Kingdoms and Classification. So I already had it at hand. I already had cut everything. It was already ready, so it was no problem for me to change it. This is for grades K and 6, but in this case, so was Kingdoms and Classifications, but this one seems more manageable for them, and so far they're learning, they're enjoying it. And we only just did lesson 1, but we did all the projects included in that lesson 1, and they really enjoyed all the projects, so that was fun. And now we're on to lesson 2, State of Water. I do want to say with their Kingdom and Classification, they did about 7 lessons, so you know they learned. It's just that I had to put it off for a little bit. So now we're on to lesson 2, and I love that the Good and the Beautiful includes like these little packets or these little booklets of information so that you can read to your child. So that's been fun. And again, we just finished doing our water unit, which, well, the first lesson was on water being very cohesive, and also water being a adhesive and a solvent. So they love learning that about water, and now I'm already ready for the next class. So like I said, you guys, I had to make this small change, and I'm hoping it was the right change to do, and that the kids get to really enjoy learning about water. I think that with Jonah being a kindergarten child in this class, I hope that this will be more something that he can handle for kindergarten. So that's it, you guys. That was the minor change we had to make, but I think it's worth it, and I'm just so glad that I had everything ready already to make it quickly. I hope that this was helpful for you, just to see where we are and what I'm using and what's working and what's not. It's good to do changes, especially when something is just not working and is causing more frustration than anything else. The beauty of homeschool is that you can totally change it. So again, this is the work that we're doing downstairs for our full day of homeschool, and this is not including morning time, which is another fun time of learning. So that's a whole different thing. And tomorrow, you're actually going to see a video of me showing you our morning basket, our Christmas themed morning basket. So I hope you tune in, and I will see you then. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, you guys, and hit that notification bell so you can stay connected.